Having an efficient stress shortening cycle is vital in athletic performance. When you see athletes who are just smooth movers, they look effortless on the field or on the court, it's because they have an efficient stress shortening cycle. If you see athletes who aren't strong in the weight room but can run fast and jump high, it's because they have an efficient stress shortening cycle. The more efficient your stress shortening cycle is, the quicker off the ground you will be, so the faster you'll run and the more efficient each step will be. The quicker the ground contact time is, the less muscle lengthening and shortening happens. So therefore, the less energy is required for each step. So each step is more metabolically efficient the quicker it is off the ground. It's also important to note that the stress shortening cycle demands increase with increases in movement speed. After the third step of acceleration, the ground contact times are too short to develop a lot of muscular tension. So your force production is dependent upon how fast you can go through the stress shortening cycle. So how fast you can store and release energy within the tendon. So for sports like American football, soccer, rugby, track and field, where you're covering a lot of space with a lot of momentum, it's all about how much force you can apply into the ground in less than 0.25 seconds. And that is dependent upon how fast you can go through the stress shortening cycle, how fast you can store and release energy within your tendon. When developing the stress shortening cycle, there's a structural and a functional component. The functional component refers to the coordination of a quick ground contact. There's a proper timing and rhythm of contraction and relaxation that's required for the tendon to do its job of storing and releasing elastic energy. This is improved through repetition. You need repetition of elastic ground contacts to allow your body and your brain to feel the proper timing and rhythm involved in a quick ground contact, involved in using the tendon to spring yourself off the ground. So you can accumulate this volume through high volume of extensive or low intensity plyometrics. So these are things like skips, pogos, low intensity hops, bounds, and jumps. Just things where it's slow enough to accumulate volume, accumulate repetitions, but fast enough to be quick off the ground and using the tendon to spring yourself off the ground. The structural component refers to the stiffening of the tendons. The stiffer a tendon is, the more force it'll shorten with after being lengthened. So therefore, the greater the elastic energy return, and therefore the quicker the ground contact time and the greater the power output of the movement. And heavy, slow resistance training has shown to be most effective in improving tendon stiffness. Tendons need strain to adapt. They need strain and volume. So the muscle needs to be under high tension to transfer that strain to the tendon to make these structural adaptations. And then it needs to be progressively overloaded over time. So if you want to be bouncy, if you want to be springy, you need to develop your tendon stiffness in the weight room through heavy, slow resistance training that's progressively overloaded over time. And then most importantly, use that structure in quick ground contact time plyometrics, training the timing required for the tendon to do its job of lengthening and then shortening, providing that elastic energy return.